Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. I am your host, the Kletus. Uh, just a Kletus, I guess. We're rolling around today. I thought I was going to be going back over towards Hannibal for today. Turns out all that shit had changed. Also, yesterday, I did confined space rescue. It's basically standby. That was pretty cool. For what it was pretty cool, pretty fucking easy. I mean, it doesn't get easier than sitting around waiting for somebody to get hurt, but they already know what they're doing, but they have to have somebody, Anyways, we're going. We're not going to Hannibal today. I was really looking forward to either going to Hannibal or to Tulsa or, on a drive of some sort. That would be preferable, but just me today, which is better than, well, I don't know. I like having people around sometimes, but sometimes it is nice to just be by myself. Plus, I'm not going to record a podcast with anybody from work, so that kind of, I don't need everybody at work finding out. Then I got a podcast, and they would have to go through hundreds of episodes to find where I'm talking shit about them. But I don't know. Anyways, we're going over to a plant that they stamp material, and they have a big water oil. I don't know if it's a water oil separator or it's just a big tank that the wastewater from stamping just gets oily and gritty and stuff, and then it goes into a tank, and the tank gets full, and then we got to come out and drain it out for them. It's all on site, so there will be no hauling, no manifest, nothing like that. I'm just going to be hooking up a hose and telling them to turn on the valve and then turn off the valve when I'm full, and then I go to the other side of their plant, and well, since there's water and oil in there, they want me to drain water down into their sewer plant. And then once I start seeing oil, which I need to be quick about, stop draining into the sewer and start dumping it into some totes so they can have it hauled off. Yeah, pretty, I don't know, boring job. I guess it could be kind of interesting, but yesterday, yeah, confined space rescue. I did it with the guy that I got my dog from, Luna, the German Shepherd. He couldn't hold on to her anymore because of his, I don't know. He said, so he lives in a mobile home park, and they have a banned dog list, and German Shepherd was not on that list. So he got himself a German Shepherd puppy. And then they decided, those terms and conditions can change at any time or whatever. So they changed it, and they said, hey, actually, you can't have that dog. That's what he says. And I guess I believe him. There's no reason for me not to believe him. He would probably want to keep his dog, obviously, but I'm wondering if it was already on the banned list, and then he just thought maybe I can get away with it without needing to get approval or whatever, and he just got the dog. And I don't know. I mean, fucking living somewhere that has restrictions on you is fucking bullshit anyway. I mean, I know rental, everybody in rental, they got to deal with that shit, but living somewhere like an HOA or like a gated community of some sort, which include mobile homes, and they got all their rules and regulations, and you got to do this, can't do that. I mean, I own a home, but I'm not under anybody's rule except for my city, and that's just like, hey, your yard is long as fuck. You need to fucking cut it, you stupid bitch. So I cut it last night. I mean, they never sent me a letter. They would only send me a letter if a neighbor complained, and none of my neighbors are going to complain about me. The neighbors on both sides of me, they're pretty quick about getting their yard mowed. They like to have their yard short. And me, I've been running around out of town here and there, hot as fuck. I'm not going to mow. And then last night, it was like 7:30 at night, and I was like, I think it's cooled off enough. I can go mow now. So I went out there and mowed, and got it done. Well, I got the front done, and I did a track in the backyard for the dogs. I plan on doing the backyard today. I don't want to do all of it all at once. That's a lot, and it was starting to get dark. Will you bitches get out of my fucking way? I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. And you guys are slowing down, fucking my whole shit up. Jesus Christ. Traffic, man. Rode the bike yesterday and today. Oh, God, it feels so good. It feels so good. Now, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I fucked with the bike a little bit because I had to go fill it up because I knew I left it empty, and I was like, I don't want to do that to myself. You know, the bike ain't going to be ready to roll. So I rode it over to the gas station on Tuesday night, Monday night, whatever night that was, Tuesday night, because I stayed out Monday night. And that rattle, I had noticed a rattle developing, and I don't know. I thought it might be top end noise, but I also thought it could be the horn, because the horn was a little bit loose on a little bracket. So mess with that. I have a shitload of like extra hardware. I don't know anybody that works on anything themselves. You gotta have like extra screws, extra bolts, nuts, washers, grommets, fittings, just all kinds of shit, just all over. And I one of the times that I collected all the shit out of my garage and cleaned up really good one time, I put it all into buckets, and now those buckets have been dumped upside down. They're in a trash can lid, like a brute trash can on wheels, and it's got the lid flipped upside down, so it's like a little bolt tray that I roll around the garage. I could not find one fucking washer. I needed one goddamn washer, and I couldn't find. I found a lot of washers, none of them the right size. Well, I needed a couple of washers, but I don't know. I was just amazed that I had all these bolts, and not one of them, there are all these washers and bolts and stuff. Not one of them would fit my fucking what I needed. I was like, I just need to space out this motherfucker a little bit, because the horn, it's got the little bolt that comes out the back of the horn, and there's a little spot that isn't threaded. So, and that wasn't. It was loose as a goose on there. So I just needed to space it out a little bit, and I did. I got it. I guess thinking back now, I have these little rubber circular bushing things that I snagged from work. Somebody threw a shitload of them away, and I'm like, I don't know what I need those for, but I need them. So I took them, and I've been using them on all different kinds of stuff. But anyways, I needed another one because I put a new chain roller on my bike, and the bolt, the head of the bolt is flanged out, so it wasn't letting the roller roll at all. Like you could spin it by hand, but once the chain got on it, it was just a little bit too much tension that it was just going to wear it flat in one spot. So I had to space it out so the bearings would actually not get pinched or whatever. And now it's good, I think. But I don't know. The horn bracket, I got to take the fucking fuel tank off now of my bike. So I guess maybe I'll ride it home today and not fill it up so it won't be so heavy and whatnot. But I got to take the fucking fuel tank off because the bracket that the horn is hooked to is also, I thought it was welded to the frame. No, it's bolted up underneath the tank, and I can't get to it. And when I was messing with the horn, I fucking loosened up that bracket. I'm like, God damn it, because I was just trying to bend it a little bit, and I bent it, and then it fucking came loose. And I'm like, well, that's fucking shitty. I gotta go. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I gotta take the tank off just to do a little, like, an eighth of a turn on a bolt to tighten that motherfucker up. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. I need it to not rattle. I don't want anything rattling on my bike. And like I said before, it's a single cylinder. This thing is a vibrating motherfucker. So bolts are gonna go loose all the fucking time. It's just gonna be a never-ending process. I'm gonna have to always tighten up bolts or use nylon nuts, or I don't know, some thread locker, all kinds of stuff. But don't necessarily want to do all that. I'll just keep tightening them up. I'll end up losing some stuff here and there. My blinker came loose the other day. Luckily, the bolt is over the cord, so it was just hanging down, and it hit the tire a couple of times, and that sucks, because there's a brand new blinker for the rear, and now it's got a little tire mark on it, and I'm like, motherfucker, who gives a shit, though? I like things a little beat up. Back to work and shit, I'm scatterbrained over here. Yeah, yesterday we just drove around on the levee. We were working with the company that's working on the levee, and they put all these valves deep down in the ground, and then built these concrete little wells, or whatever you want to call them. And they had to go build. What they needed us to be there because they have to make entry, and it's a confined space. Even though there is a ladder there, we still had to hook up a tripod and a winch and everything, and hook up. Not us. We're just there for the rescue part and facilitate them getting in the hole. Check the air and make sure there's no bad gas or anything down in there. So, anyways, we just set up the tripod, test the air, hook up some other dude, and then send him down. And he's got to get measurements for these fucking rods that extend like 12 feet high. Well, they're all different, but generally 12 feet high, so they can open and close those relief valves for the levee wall, without having to get down in the tanks or in the confined space. So anyways, pretty boring job. The guys, they took a lot of breaks, which was cool, because they would need to do measurements and go like get new supplies, hardware, whatnot. They seemed kind of unprepared for the job. Like, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing until they got down in the hole. But hey, whatever. We got it fixed up and figured out. Now they're good. Luckily, I thought that was not going to take very long yesterday, and it ended up taking all day. I got a little bit of overtime, which was cool. Then yeah, today, just driving a fucking vac truck over here to pump out a tank. I don't think this job's going to last very long today either. I mean, the tank is only so big. I think I might do like 3 loads, but 3 loads on site is not very much. So I'm just going to try to take my time and go slow. But that's where you kind of get fucked. It's like, if I take my time and I go slow, I'm going to be done at 6 hours. At 6 hours, I'm going to be back to the shop, and they're not going to have anything else for me. If I bust my ass and I get it done in 5, the likelihood of them sending me out on another job is higher. But, because I need money, man. I got, today is payday, but my paychecks in the future are not going to be as good as the paycheck I'm getting today if I keep slacking. And like Tuesday, on my way back from Hannibal, I only got 7 hours for that job. And 2 of those hours was me sitting around waiting for them to fucking do some shit. They wanted to test the material, and they were worried about it. So I didn't mind sitting there for as long as they needed. I could have sat there at least for another hour, and then that would have put me right, not where I need to be. I need to be at 10 hours a day, but whatever. And then, yeah, my boss kind of screwed me around last night, telling me I might do this, I might do that, but those might not work, and you might end up just doing the vac truck job. And then, of course, I'm going to end up just doing the fucking vac truck job. I'm like, God damn it. Everyone else out on the job or at my company has got, nice jobs today. Nice, long jobs. Whether, they're working at a, cleaning a tank or something. Hey, I'd rather go clean a tank because I know I'm going to get my hours. But doing it this way, I'm not getting no fucking hours. It's some BS. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll let me use some PTO. Probably not, because I'm gonna hit my 40, so they won't let me use any extra PTO. But I mean, fuck, man, I need some. And I feel kind of. I still been working on getting that raise. Just trying to find a good time, and every time I'm at the shop, there's either chaos going on, and it doesn't seem like, hey, a good time to, hey, can I have more money? When fucking everybody's running around like they're chicken with their head cut off. They're like, no, go work. But anyways, yeah, yesterday just mowed the yard. Mowing, I got a normal sized yard for the Midwest. Maybe larger than some, maybe. But, yeah, mowing. What is your pattern for mowing? For anybody out there that's got a yard that you mow. Because sometimes I do back and forth, like I figure out which side of the yard is the longest, from either vertical or horizontal. And usually it's vertical, unless it's the backyard, it's horizontal, like to the house. And, but yesterday I did squares. I blew all the clippings, because I knew if I went back and forth and the mower was shooting the grass out to one side, I look like a damn farm every time I mow. If my yard gets super tall like it did, it looks like a farm. Looks like somebody's going to come through with a tractor and teeter my fucking grass clippings and then bale them up one day, because there's so many grass clippings. Now my mower, luckily it can handle it. I got it raised up to the highest setting, just because it's easier on the mower. But I mowed in not circle, but square, basically, and I mowed all the clippings to the middle. So whenever I got to the very end, there's just like a giant line of clippings. And I ran over it a few times, and now that there wasn't tall grass blocking it from blowing away, I could blow it and it would scatter across the yard a little bit more evenly and not leave big trails and shit. Now, this was at last night. It was starting to get dark, so I don't even know what my yard really looks like. I didn't look at it this morning, but I imagine when I get home today, I'm going to have a big gray spot of dead grass right in the middle of my yard, both of my front yards, on either side of the driveway. But yeah, I don't know, mowing. So I used to do vertical. That was always fancy as fuck. I thought I was cool as shit doing vertical passes, and that was, I don't know where I was working at the time, but it was more of a regular job, and I was able to keep up with mowing a little bit more. Now it's like, They're going to send a letter if I don't go out there and mow. But then I also got to think about like the wildlife. And last night I tried to not think about the wildlife. I tried to just mow it as quickly as possible so I can go inside and relax. But I don't know. Sometimes bunnies, whenever your yard gets that tall, bunnies will get out there, snakes and frogs and all kinds of shit. And I don't know if I hit any yesterday. I definitely didn't hit any bunnies. I would have noticed that. But snakes and stuff, I didn't notice any dead snakes. Usually if they get wound up in the mower, I'll see that thing fucking pop out. At least in chunks or something. But nothing. But I know the wildlife is coming over to my house. Now, I'm not stealing any of this material, but I did watch a video of a guy. He was like, he lives in a trailer park, and he's like, I'm doing it for the pollinators. He's like, I kept up with the yard. And then I let it go, because it was raining and or it was too hot. And then now look at it. He's like, now I don't want to run over bunnies. So he's like, I'm for the pollinators. He's like, I'm just going to fucking leave it until the fall, whenever it lays all over, and then I'll mow it again. And I was like, you know what? Me and that guy would probably get along pretty fucking well, because, hey, if I didn't have, like, neighbors that really, they cared for the yard a whole lot, I'd leave my fucking yard. I'd let it fucking grow, bud. It would be tall as fuck. And hey, I kind of like, I don't know. It's not that I like a tall yard. It's that, yeah, there's wildlife and stuff out there. There's bugs, there's an ecosystem. And every time I mow, I'm tearing that thing motherfucking up. So if I mow, I might as well take that bug shit and go spray it on my yard and just keep all the bugs out. We got several bottles of that stuff, but if you have dogs, when is a good time to mow your backyard and then wet it down with this chemical shit to keep bugs out? When is a good time to do that? Because your dog's got to go out. You got to let the dogs out. And that yard ain't going to dry that fast. And it's like, if I do it, after I get off of work and I come home, it ain't going to dry for a while. And I don't want my dogs tracking all this chemical shit on themselves and throughout the house. So what the fuck do I do here? When am I ever going to have time? I need somebody to borrow my dogs. Not borrow, but babysit my dogs. Dog sitter. So I could just do my yard real quick and let it dry, and then no bugs. Maybe. Possibly. Also, maybe just take it down to dirt and just let it be a dirt yard, And when it rains, it'd be fucking hell. But otherwise, I would never have to go mow. That'd be kind of cool. I don't even know what I want in my life. I'm just trying to get by, I guess. My clothes washer is still fucked up. So I narrowed it down to the control board, because I plugged in the new pump. I bought a new pump, plugged it in, because my clothes washer is not draining. It'll, on the maintenance menu, I can get it to do every other function except for drain. And the draining, it will drain, but it's sporadic. It's not consistent, and that's not good when you open up the clothes washer and there's a fucking 8 inches of water in there, and it thinks you're done, and you're not. You're not done at all. So, got a new pump. Just ChatGPT and everybody else that I talked to said, oh, sounds like you need a new pump. And I'm like, the way the pump is, I don't see how the pump can be bad. There's nothing in the pump. The pump, seems to probably work probably pretty good. It's just the signal going to the magnet that spins the pump is erratic. Because it'll pump good, and then it stops. I thought maybe there would be something stuck in the impeller. No, I took it apart. The impeller spins fine. Thought maybe there could be some grime built up on the magnet of the impeller. So when the magnet's in the signal, it's not really getting it good. But that's, even if there is shit on the magnet, it's going through plastic. Those magnets are pretty fucking tough. So I took the control board, or like the whole panel off the front, tipped it over, and it was like, oh, there could be a bad relay or something. So I was tapping my screwdriver around on all the relays, and I was getting a little bit of movement, but I wasn't sure which one. And then I had to take the whole control panel actually off to look at the back of it to see exactly where the drain pump relay would be, because there's several relays on there, but they're not labeled on the back side of the, or on the front side of the control board. So anyways, I got it narrowed down. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe I just need to redo this relay. And it's kind of cool because the control board, I'm not real good with control boards and shit, but if you flip it over, the prongs of that relay are sticking through that are soldered on. And I guess you just got to heat it up with the soldering iron to melt that solder, and then you can just pull that relay right out. And then you leave all the solder in there, whatever you can, I guess, if you're good enough with it. And then you just plug a new one in and heat it up again, and then all the solder will go back on it, and it will be connected. And it could work. Maybe. I don't fucking know. So I called several, well, I didn't call several, but I called a couple of computer repair stores, and they all tell me no, we're not working on that. And I guess it makes sense, but it's just like, come on, guys. Like, it's a fucking relay. You guys are a computer repair store. You can't put a new fucking relay in there? The hell? So then I was like, well, I'll just do it myself, I found a new control board on Amazon and on eBay. They're $75 a piece. I guess I'm going to try to buy one of those and put it in there, because I think that's going to be cheaper than having somebody, possibly fix my issue. I think a brand new refurbished control board might be, not brand new, but it's refurbished. And that's also the other thing. I'm like, hey, you guys are refurbishing these control boards, and it says you only have one in stock. Do you want my old one? Like, how do I contact an Amazon seller and say, hey, I got my old one, I'm buying one from you. I'll sell you. Is there a core charge or something? Like, I'm pretty sure it's just a relay. Give me a discount or something, or give me cash. I'll sell you this motherfucker. But the best I found was You Break, I Fix. I called up a couple of their stores, and they do micro soldering. So I said, okay, cool. I'll just bring it to you. And they're like, well, you need to bring the relay. I'm like, fuck. So I look up the relay, and I can buy them on Amazon. But I'm like, this is all going to take a very long fucking time. This is going to take a long fucking time to get my fucking clothes washer up and running again, and it might not even fucking work. So, I don't know. I thought about going to my old dishwasher. My dishwasher's still sitting in my backyard. It's got weeds growing up all around it. I've been meaning to take it to work and throw it in our big dumpster, but I just haven't yet. I thought about going down there and disassembling the control board for that and seeing if there is a 3F3RA. I don't know. It's some fucking relay. But fuck it. we get paid today. I'm just gonna buy a new control board once the paycheck hits, and then we'll be good. We'll be good. Everything will be fine. All right. We have made it to my destination. Just gotta park this bitch. Park it up. I wonder if these trailer haulers are gonna be upset because I'm blocking in some of their trailers. Anyways, I'll be back here in a little bit whenever I'm done with this job, I guess. Well, everything's got to be dramatic, don't it? A lot of people, they love the drama. They love to just, one guy tells you to do it this way, the another guy tells you to do it that way, and then whenever you were expecting to do it a different way, you know? Uh, and it's all a really simple job here. These union fuckheads. Let's just call them union fuckheads. They like to do things the way they want to do them, and I don't know. It's just fucking the process of doing the job. So, anyways, I got over here to the place, and it was a stamping plant, and I just had to suck some oil. They make cars here, is what they do. So they're stamping out, let's just say, aluminum and some steel, but mostly aluminum. And I don't know. In the process of stamping, they develop some water and oil, and they put it in this tank, and then I show up and I pump it out. I think I already covered that mostly. Well, I get there, I hook up my hose. Hey, the loading process went great. The guy was like, hey, I'm just going to sit over here. You just give me a thumbs up when you're ready for me to open the valve, and give me another thumbs up whenever you're done. And worked out really well. I got a little over 3/4 tank on the first one, and then I had to go over to their wastewater treatment facility area, and they have an oil water separator. So there's a fucking big pit with oil in it. Is that my guy? That ain't my guy. And we used to come out here and clean their car wash. Like they had a car wash pit, and they wanted to keep, because all the stickers and other bullshit comes off of the car, and oil and just residue and shit. Anyways, we cleaned out their car wash, and I would just dump it straight into the oil water separator and then leave, and then we were good. Over here, they want me to dump. So this is a tank. It's got oil floating on top of the water, and I'm pulling from the bottom. So the first load was all water. The second load was mostly water and then a little bit of oil. And they said, yeah, we want you to dump the water straight into the wastewater drain. I think they treat all the water that comes out of their facility, except for, like, I don't know, regular drainage ditches. But this specific drainage ditch that they wanted me to pull from or dump in, I think they get treated. Anyways, they're like, we don't want any oil going in there. I'm like, okay, well, a little bit probably is going to go in there. And he's like, well, just stop it whenever you get to that point, and then start dumping in the oil water separator. And then another guy shows up, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm dumping water. He's like, do they know that you're dumping water in the drain? I'm like, yeah. The guy that came down here and fucking he said, put my hose in the drain. And he wanted to look at it. And then that's when he agreed, hey, yep, we can take this. It'll be fine. And then, but once I see oil, I'm going to start putting it in the oil water separator over here. And I'm like, it's an oil water separator. Why can't I just dump all of it into the fucking oil water separator? Just dump it all, just like I do the car wash. Just dump it all in the oil water separator. Guess what? The water and the oil will separate, and then it's a real simple process. And then another guy came up and said, "Oh, well, the oil water separator doesn't work. So whenever you start getting oil, dump it in this tote." And they got a 325 fucking tote. Totes come in different sizes. This is a big boy. This is a tall one, and I'm gravity feeding. I'm just gravity opening up my valves and my vent and letting the water come out. And I can tip my tank a little bit to get the rest of it, whatever doesn't reach to the drain or whatever, or the outlet. And I tip my tank, and yeah, I was getting there at the very end. I saw the liquid going into the drain starting to look a little darker. So I went ahead and shut everything down. I said, hey, that's where I'm at. I take the hose over and I stick it in the tote. Well, no, I stick it in the oil water separator first. And I just open up my valve because there's still a little bit of water, but there is a little bit of oil. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just let it drain here until it's 100% oil, and then I'll start putting it in the tote. And I thought that's where I was. So I took the hose and I put it in the tote, and then I go back to the truck, and then I tip the truck. I tip the bed up, which now it makes sense because I started offloading into it, and it was offloading okay, for being gravity. Because, if the hose goes higher than what the level in the truck is, it's going to stop. It's not going to drain out. So I go over there and I'm draining out, but I tip the tank, which increases the height level of the liquid, but it also captures more of the water. So I filled half of that tote is full of fucking water. And I'm like, they wanted just oil in that fucking tote, and I put some water. I don't know. So I start trying to pressure off, but I'm all the way over on the other side of my truck, and pressuring off with these trucks. It's not super violent, but it's more than your garden hose. Just turn your garden hose on full blast, and it might fucking snake around and fucking go crazy. This is a 3-inch hose with a giant vacuum pump. Well, it's a pressure pump whenever I turn it to pressure. I mean, just like you see the firefighters, they got to hold on to their hose pretty hard. I don't have that pressure, but I do have pretty fucking decent pressure. And just imagine this hose being 100% oil now, just set in the top of a tote, and I turn the pump on, and just imagine it coming out. This did not happen, but it's always my fear that if I don't have anybody holding the hose over there, as when the pressure builds up high enough, it's going to pop that hose out, and all that 100% oil that they were talking about is going to be every fucking where, and probably all over me. Did not want to do that. So I just turned the pressure on for like a couple seconds, and then turn it off and go look. And then turn the pressure on, and then go look. And then I did that several times. I'm just trying to be careful. I don't want to make a big fucking mess. And then, I don't know, it gets to a point where I'm like, all right, well, I think I'm fucking empty. So I just take the hose off and I throw it down in the oil water separator. I don't know. Nobody really got super angry at me, but there was one guy that was like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing what the guy that runs this fucking place over here tells me to do. He put the hose, I'm like, Jesus, relax, dude. Don't just show up and start cussing me and what the fuck I'm doing. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm doing what the guy told me to do. And now you're telling me to do something different. He's like, oh, no, yeah, we do it totally different, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's like, well, we want to capture all the oil in the tote. I'm like, why not the oil water separator? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, none of you fucking people over here make any sense. I'm gonna do a mixture of what everybody told me to do and what I want to do, and then I'm gonna fucking leave. And that's what happened. I just fucking left. Uh, they have a tote that they wanted oil in. It's mostly water, and any of the oil that I did get is now in the oil water separator. Sorry about you, but guess what I did do? I drained your fucking tank. The tank that you needed to have drained out is drained out, and you guys, and there's no oil, not, I mean, a little bit, but not very much oil went into your other drain. So, I mean, I call that a fucking win, okay? You guys, I don't even want to fucking be here, okay? I wanted to be on the road. I wanted to be in Tulsa or Hannibal by now. I did not want to be at this fucking car factory pumping oil. Plus, we have, company t-shirts, and I have some favorite ones. They're the ones that they don't shrink in the washer. They have white logos on them instead of the dark blue logos on my orange shirt. And so the blue logos are dark blue, and I don't know, the shirt gets hotter. I'm just telling you, it gets hotter. I like the white logo shirts. And I had one, and I dug through my laundry basket till I found it. But I'll tell you, this morning, when I go over to the truck, and I don't want to embarrass myself. I say that, but I also don't really give too much of a fuck. But, no, at a client, whenever you're hooking up your hose, it's really embarrassing whenever you open up your cap to your valve to hook up your hose, and there's shit in there that sprays out all over the ground. So, anytime I'm running a vac truck, I open up I take the cap off the valve, I use a bucket, and I try to see if there's anything in there, because I don't want anything to surprise me when I got clients standing around me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, and I just spray shit everywhere. Well, whoever was using this truck last did not drain the intake pipe, so it was full of fucking oil, and I'll tell you what, dudes, it sprayed my shirt right in the fucking middle of my belly with oil, and it stunk real bad. It smelled like a mixture between sewage and oil, and like burned oil. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it got all over my fucking belly on my nice white logo shirt, and I was pissed. But luckily we have a closet inside that has brand new shirts. So I said, give me a brand new shirt. Now, the problem is, the brand new shirts, I do like these shirts, but they're dark blue logo. You know, I like the white logo. And the white logo was actually a fuck up. They fucked up at the factory. The white logo goes on the blue shirt, obviously, and then the orange shirt gets the blue logo. And they fucked it up, but we still bought all the shirts, and they, happy mistake. I mean, those were my favorite fucking shirts. I still have a bunch of them. I tried to grab as many as I could whenever we had them. They're like, oh yeah, they're all fucked up. Take as many as you want. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll take them all. So anyways, that I forgot to mention that earlier in the podcast, that I got fucking oil all over me. But now I'm done. I'm done for the day. This is not good. This is not good at all. I did 2 loads from that oil or water tank, oil tank, whatever, boat tank, whatever the fuck it is. And it's 10:45 in the morning. And I'm headed back to the shop now. Not happy about that. Oh, there's stuff I can do. There is stuff I can do, but it's stuff that I can do on the company dime. I'm not using client money. I'm using company money to bill my time once I get back to the shop. Are they going to say, oh, yeah, you can just bill, you can stay here till 5 o'clock and bill an extra 2 hours of overtime to the company? No. They're going to say, you're going to get your 8, and then you need to get the fuck out of here. which is bullshit because I need more hours. I need this is going to be a short week. And it's like, why the fuck do I get stuck with the jobs that don't take all fucking day? I don't know. I'm just, disgruntled a little bit at the moment because I know that there are several driving jobs that are being done by Class B motherfuckers right now. And you know what really pisses me off and what I really need to go talk to my boss about is that I know at least one of those Class B guys makes more money than me. And that is not fucking okay. But I just don't have a personality where I'm going to go in there, kick his door in, and demand more money. I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like it'll be a better outcome if I wait till it seems like a good time to do it, rather than. But I know other people, they've just busted his door down, and they're like, "Hey, what the fuck? I need more money." And I guess it works for them. I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not going to go over there and just demand more money. But honestly, we've been losing truck drivers left and right, and I'm not saying that I'm going to be leaving, but it's like, hey, I'm going to be looking for another job, and if I find one that I think I might like and it's going to pay me more, I might leave. Now, if you give me more money, I might not look for another job. And there's a certain dollar amount that I'd like to be at where I won't be opening up Indeed.com to go look for a new fucking job. So I don't know. I don't know. It's like if you send me on jobs that I enjoy, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be completely fine. Like doing those runs down to Winoka. I was happy as could be. I mean, right before that, I was not happy. I was not happy at all. But I got happy. I was like, oh, this is actually what I want to do. I like this. I'm getting money. I'm getting hours. I'm getting per diem. This is working out. And then the one day you send me and I'm fucking local here, I'm like, I'll fucking quit this bitch. I'll fucking quit here. I'm gonna go drive with somebody in flip flops. They're gonna stink up the back cabin of a fucking sleeper cab. I'm gonna go drive with the flip flop motherfuckers, make some goddamn money. If you don't start paying me, Jesus. I don't know. Maybe I just need to send this audio file over to my boss and say, here you go. Here's my list of demands. Pony it up, bud. Or I will leave. And I don't think they want me to leave. I think they've been really happy with me. Because I've been, teaching. I've been training, teaching. I've been managing. And, also driving and doing all, I'm good at everything. You can send me out on any job and I'll get it done and take care of. And probably won't complain too much. I complain a lot, but that's on the podcast. I'm not calling my boss every day bitching about every little thing. I rarely ever fucking call him to bitch about anything because I'm like, unless it's something real important, I'll call him and let him know. Try to be a little bit professional. Little bit. But I don't know. Yeah, one fucking day. Well, it's actually 2 days because I got 7 hours the other day, which is not enough. I should have stuck around the shop and done something for at least another hour. But I wanted to go home, I really wanted to go home. It didn't feel like a 7-hour day. But all I did was drive back from Hannibal. And tomorrow should be good. I'm going to be taking a roll-off truck. Well, as of what I believe right now, I'm going to be driving a roll-off truck down to Tulsa. And that'll get me some hours and some time. Coming over, you fucking cocksuckers. Jesus Christ. Y'all can't. I just got. You guys came onto my fucking highway. Okay, you guys can't just block the fucking exits. Okay, you guys gotta let me move. I'm all angry as fuck right now. I'm so angry I could go eat some fucking pizza and cheeseburgers. Have I been doing that? No, not really. I know Tuesday I did eat some. Well, no, it wasn't on Tuesday. I don't know, but last night I did. I made. I have some microwavable, even though I put them in the air fryer. But I have some air fry uh, croissant winches or whatever. It's a croissant. Jimmy Dean. Just look up Jimmy Dean sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. That's what I had. I had. Well, I took a lot of the bread off, and so I just mainly ate cheese, meat, and egg. And that would, I don't know. For being a quick breakfast sandwich, not too shabby, but definitely not super great. Curious what I'm gonna eat tonight. Probably eggs and bacon, uh, or for lunch today. I don't know. I got some protein bars. I'll probably just eat 2 protein bars. Try to stay away from fucking fast food. Try to stay away from shit. I mean, I'm a fat fuck. I'm my addiction. I like to think that I can't. I'm like, no, I'm not addicted. I just, I'm just, I just, I'm not. I don't take myself seriously, so I just eat. But I'm really showing signs of like straight up addiction. Like it's like I am not okay unless I eat some food. So I know it's hard for a lot of people, but look over at Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, I don't know, having money and not a real job does help. I think it helps. Having a lot of fucking money to buy, all the healthy foods. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't have money to buy my food and everybody else's food. I just let them get what they're gonna get, and then I try to just eat the good shit out of it. Is how my diet usually goes. Um, if I had some fucking money, of course I'd be buying all kinds of supplements. I'd be having fucking steaks and shit. It'd be so fucking good. And just do a part carnivore, part just low carb, eating good. I don't know if the carnivore diet, mainly like a keto-ish type diet. I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses. Maybe my addiction is feeding through my body right now, and it's like, hey, you have no choice but to go to Casey's and eat 3 slices of pizza. You don't have a choice. You have to. Good thing there's not a Casey's nearby. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could resist. And the fasting thing, I don't know that. I'd like to start doing fasting at least maybe like 2 days a week, 2 24-hour fasts throughout the week, and maybe work my way up to it. Maybe try to get my body used to it, and just start eating less. But I don't know. I've not been in the mood to fast for at all. I don't know that one big. Well, it wasn't big, but it was a 36-hour deal. Uh, it worked. It did good, but I'm like, fuck. Fucking hungry. I'm so fucking hungry. When I was fasting, it was weird because I wasn't like hungry, and then I just decided I was like, I don't want my body to be fucked up when I go to the lake. I don't want to have like diarrhea or like cramping or whatever the fuck happens when you fast for too long. I don't want that shit to happen while I'm on the lake. And I went out on the lake and I drank a lot of fucking beers. Drank a lot of fucking beers. I don't know. I'm just, if I was rich, or I was watching this Mr. Beast video. I do like Mr. Beast. You guys like Mr. Beast? He's on the YouTube guy. Um, he did one where there's this kid, well, probably a guy close to my age-ish, I guess, and he's a fat little boy, probably same size as me. I like to think I look smaller than him, but it was probably, I could have been bigger than him. I don't know. But they stuck him in a house. They did a makeshift house with a gym and everything and food. And they got him a personal trainer. And they said, if you can lose 100 pounds in 100 days or whatever, something like that. Or just lose 100 pounds. I don't know what the whole stipulation. But anyways, it's like, hey, yeah, that could work for me. That I could do that. I could have a whole house to myself and workout equipment, and then just eat healthy and have a personal trainer and no job. Like, yeah, that'd be fucking sick. Uh, I don't know. I'm making excuses. I have a job. I have a family. I get tired. I don't have a lot of time to do anything, let alone, what am I going to want to spend my time at the fucking gym? I don't know. I'm off early today. It's like, oh, I could do something today. Hey, shut the fuck up. That's what addicted me says to the me that I want to be. Hey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Addicted me is violent. He gets angry. The me that I want to be is just, I don't know, he's not as strong as addicted me. Isn't that a thing? I don't know. Just fucking, I'll just start taking fucking Ozempic. It's too goddamn expensive. I can't do that. I don't know. I don't know. The fasting seems like the best thing to do because it's cheap. It's super fucking cheap to drink a lot of fucking water. What is going on? Is there a hole in the side of our building? What the fuck is going on over there? It's really cheap to just drink water and steal a bunch of those little salt packets from fucking gas stations and stuff. And then, guess what? You'll lose weight because they're not eating. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. Anyways, Operation Get a Medical Card. Episode. I don't know if I haven't been labeling them all as that, but hey, I talked about it today. I'm trying to get that medical card. I need to fucking buck up and start doing some shit. Anyways, keep all 18 down. Adios. We'll talk to you later. Leave me a comment. Maybe an inspirational comment. Say something like, you can do it. I believe in you. Or maybe like a little picture of a kitty cat hanging on a branch and says, hang in there. Something. Yes, do something like that maybe. Maybe that'll help me out. You guys can help me. I'm giving you guys free fucking content here, okay? I'm free fucking content. I record this goddamn podcast every day. You think I like it? I do like to do it. I do it for me. But anyways, you guys get fucking, you guys listen to me, which I appreciate, and just fucking leave a goddamn comment, okay? Leave a fucking comment right now. I love you. Bye. Bye.